come with me on a writing retreat. Let's go. Okay, we are heading to Waco. This is my good friend Megan. We've been writing together as friends since we don't write the same things, but we've been both writing since 2010.
2010.
Crazy. You can make a lot of great friends in this industry, and if you're lucky, you get to live close to them and go on fun retreats. So let's get going. So we are on our way to Waco, and of course we have to stop at Buc-ee's because this is just what you do. We're gonna see if they have matching PJs.
Yay!
After much looking around at sizes, we have settled upon a matching outfit from Buc-ee's, and we're just going to be so cool. Megan, what did you make for yourself?
Dr. Pepper with sweet cream.
Dr. Pepper with sweet cream. I just made an iced coffee, and we're going to get back on the road. So before we go, we decided to take photos by the barbecue sauce. What is actually in it? Like, this is not actual real barbecue, right?
Sure?
I mean, what is it? It's gotta be like a water tank or something.
It's barbecue sauce.
Okay, it is 2:56. We have an hour before we can check in to our Airbnb. So we are at Half Price Books, and we're gonna shop for books,
Yay.
which will be awesome. You never have enough books, honestly. We made it! So I have stayed here in this building multiple times, but I have never stayed in such a big one. So this is kind of cool. So it looks like there's a little bed under the stairs. You've got stairs up. You've got a very cool view of the city here. We've got a big couch with a cool fireplace. Oh, neat. So we are looking at Baylor University. I feel like they've been working on whatever this building is here for a long time. So this is kind of neat. We have a cool view, a neat looking sort of fake fireplace. And then I'm guessing the bedrooms are upstairs, hopefully. So this is our little home away from home for 2 nights. And we've got a really nice full table here with plenty of room. Looks like a bathroom here. So this is kind of a neat looking bathroom. Kitchen here. This building was, I believe, a factory at one point. So everything's been reimagined to make it apartments. So this is a neat kitchen, fridge, and go take a look. I love these concrete floors. I'm gonna go take a look upstairs. We have an even better view up here. Room with 2 beds in here, and it looks like a bathroom. And then we have another bedroom right here on the opposite side. Kind of got a cool cityscape of the silos. Look at this, Megan. This is cool. Oh, there's another bathroom in here. So we have 3 bathrooms. This is how we shall be for the next 2 days.
So we're going to sleep. Okay.
So we are here, and I had a little FaceTime talk with Evie. We picked out which bedrooms we're going to sleep in, and we just made an Instacart order for later tonight that just bringing in some basics like water and chips and lunch for tomorrow, breakfast for tomorrow, which is one of the benefits of having an Airbnb is you've got a full kitchen and a fridge and stuff like that. So you don't have to eat out every time, but we are going to go eat out for dinner. And really, it's a little different when you're by yourself versus when you're with a friend, because I want to make the most of the trip, but I also really just want to unwind a little bit and enjoy the time and talk story and kind of talk about what our marketing plans are moving forward and the things that we're working on. So we are here. We're not exactly unpacked, but we're getting there, and it's about 4:30. So one of the first things that I like to do when I get to a writing retreat is just set my goals, like figure out, get the lay of the land, figure out kind of how much time I think I'm going to be able to dedicate to the writing, and then set some goals based on the amount of time that I'm going to sprint. So Megan also writes with sprints, and she said that she brought her kitchen timer. She has a digital timer that she uses. So we'll probably use that a little bit. And since we have that nice table, we'll probably spend some time there. We'll probably come out and write on the couch and just kind of move around since we have so much space. There's a bookstore next door as well. And we're pretty close to Magnolia, where the silos are and everything else. And if you've watched my blogs before, you probably are familiar with that coffee shop at Magnolia and things like that. So it might be raining tomorrow, but if not, we'll be able to go and kind of hang out around that area a little bit tomorrow. And it's really a fast trip. So with 2 nights, you really, if you check in at 4 or whatever time you're able to get there, you really just have a few hours depending on how late you want to stay up on night 1. And then a full day, which, thinking about if you get up at 8 a.m. and you stay up till 2 a.m. and you eat and stuff in between, you might have a full 10 to 12 hours of writing time. But I am a binge writer, meaning that I really enjoy sort of portaling into my story and just opening up a portal and stepping inside the book and being as immersed in it as I can. And so for me, I can write 12 straight hours when the words are flowing and I'm really getting into it and I feel focused. But that doesn't mean that that's the best way to write. It doesn't mean that you should write that way. I have a lot of writer friends who are more consistency writers, where it's they're up every day, they write exactly 2,000 words a day, and that's the most they want to write in a day. And I have some friends that once they've written 500 to 1,000 words a day, they're done writing. And we all have our own processes, and there's no one way that's better. A lot of times people that are more consistent and slower don't have to edit as much. And then people like me who are binge writers who might write 10,000 or more words in a day on a weekend, there might be a lot more editing or a lot more words that get thrown out in the end. And so there's never any judgment about which way is better. But I do want to show you kind of a weekend in the life, or I guess it's really Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday in the life of a binge writer. And when I get to a point in a manuscript where the characters start talking to me, the story starts to become clear, it's a really good time for me to go away to a hotel. I first started what I called Write-A-Paloozas, which is basically just a writing retreat when Andrew was just born, because I just didn't have enough time. I went from having all the time in the world to suddenly having this tiny human that I was taking care of at all times. And he was up in the middle of the night, and it was, motherhood is a big shift. And so in order to keep my writing going, I thought, well, let me get a night at a hotel and seeing if I can just have one big stay up all night writing. And that worked so well for me. It was fun. It was a treat. It was only one night away from my child, but it was also just me time and immersing in my story. And I really loved it. And when I was on a really tight budget, what I used to do was look on Priceline app and look for express deals for $50-$60 for a hotel for a night, and I would just write as much as I could. And it's been fun to get to sort of upgrade to nice Airbnbs. But even this, because we're here on a random weekend that's not a holiday and it's not a real touristy time, it's not very expensive to stay in a 2-bedroom place. So I encourage you to, if you want to do some writing retreats and you're on a budget, just kind of look around at places within a short drive from you, hotels, Priceline deals, things like that, and seeing if you can get a night away and treat yourself to that, because it really is a fun way to get away from the laundry and the to-do list and everything else and just really immerse yourself in your writing. So a little bit of an explanation there, but what we're going to do is we're going to freshen up a little bit. We're going to go find a good place to go hang out and get some good dinner. And even though it's dinner time, is going to be work time, because we're going to be talking about our stories and just kind of unwinding a little bit so we can open up our creativity, and it should be a really fun night. I think for myself, tonight's goal is going to be to try to finish what is basically episode 3 of my Shadow Demons spinoff series. So it's going to be, well, we'll call it episode 2, because I think I'm going to take episode 1 that I already finished. I think it's going to break it into episode 1 and 2, but for now we'll call this one episode 2. It's halfway written. So that's about 2,000 words that I need. I would like to get those 2,000 words and get my scene cards done for the night. So that's the plan for tonight. And I'm not going to pressure myself to be like 10,000 words, but tomorrow I want to get more. So tomorrow I would love to finish episodes 3 and 4 and maybe episode 5 if I can. So 2,000 to 5,000 words today with index cards, and tomorrow we'll say a goal of 10 to 15,000 words. Might be unrealistic, but we'll see how it goes. I'm not going to give any pressure on myself. I'm just going to have fun and just feel grateful and enjoy my time with Megan. It should be a really fun time. So I'm glad you're here. Thanks for watching, and let's get to it. Okay, so we went to dinner, did not get any footage of that, but we also did a pickup order for Target because there were a couple things I forgot, of course, always, and then realized there's a Daiso here, so we had to come in. Hello. So it is about 8:30 and we have been all around. We've got our Instacart order is arriving any minute. Megan is giving her family a little tour of the place. We have our matching outfits on. Cozy in. We have been setting ourselves up with all our stuff. Our Instacart order just got here. We have this great table, so we also had to run and... It's okay, just go ahead. All right, we are back at the room. It is 8:51, so we're getting a late start, but that's okay because we decided today was going to be like just have some fun, ease into it, try to get a couple thousand words tonight. Megan is making us some specialty drinks, Diet Dr. Pepper, and what is it?
Pina colada coffee.
Pina colada creamer. We're in our matching jammies from Buc-ee's.
Even the shorts.
Even the shorts. Gotta get a short shot. So cute. You're having fun. We also went to Target because I had forgotten my extender so that I could use my keyboard because I don't have enough ports on this laptop. And then I also had forgotten my Post-its. So if you followed me before, you know that I like to carry this sort of flip chart marker, easel pad, Post-it note things. because I like to visually see my word count add up on the wall. And so then I just got some Crayola Super Tips because they're cheap and they don't bleed through the paper. So I'm using washi tape. This is a textured wall, so we'll see if it stays. Megan put hers on the door over there, which is probably a better choice. But we have all this really lovely space, so we are spreading out and enjoying it. So just a quick tour. I have my writing notebook. I brought my Razer Hello Kitty mouse and my custom keyboard. That is my favorite. It's the most fun, like easy keyboard to type on. My laptop is just a Samsung Galaxy Book 2, and so it's a few years old, but I love it. It's just, it gets the job done. And then I have some washi tape. I have all of my highlighters. I have my crystals and my little Hello Kitties. Evie got these little glow-in-the-dark, I don't know, figurines from some bath bombs that we gave her for Christmas. And so she told me I could take them for giving me writing inspiration. I have an amethyst crystal, which the story that I'm writing right now revolves in an amethyst kingdom. So I've got my amethyst. I've got my amethyst with me. I've got my Sony headphones. And then I also have my Stanley full of water. We've got some okay. I've got my Dr. Pepper. Let's give this a try. Oh my gosh. That is crazy. It's like a tropical Dr. Pepper. I almost never drink soda, but Megan is making me. I have no regrets. That is strangely good. I never would have thought I would like that. That is really good. I also have some dark chocolate raisins from Buc-ee's. So we're going to be up all night on a sugar high and it's going to be fine. So this is basically my setup. Obviously it's a bit extra, but going away to a writing retreat in and of itself is extra. So why not bring everything that's going to make you comfortable and make no apologies for it. So I brought everything I needed. Tomorrow I also brought my little, it's hiding under here. I brought my little free write alpha. So I'll probably take this with me to the coffee shop tomorrow, which will be nice. And then I also bought stuff at Daiso, and some of what I bought, I'm going to use as rewards. So I'll show you that in a little bit, but we, I think, are finally ready to write. The other thing that I brought, if you watch some of my last writing retreats, this will be familiar to you, but I have these little mason jars. One says to do with washi tape and one says done. And then I have these vase filler crystals. And again, I brought purple for the amethyst that I'm writing, but I brought a few pink ones that will stand for all the brainstorming sprints I'm going to do. And then purple ones will stand for word count that I'm trying to hit. So I haven't fully set my goals yet. It's one of the first things I do once I sit down. So I'll probably just open up my notebook and set the goals. And once I've set the goals, I will put the goal into the to-do vase or mason jar. And then every time I finish a sprint or get 1,000 words, I'll get to move it over. And then I'm going to give myself a reward from the Daiso bag. So a little bit of brain hacking, a little bit of gamifying, and I think we're ready to go. How's your Dr. Pepper?
Delicious.
All right, let's write. All right, so Megan's word counts 1,400 and almost 900 for 2 sprints, 1 sprint each. So she's writing a lot faster than me. I'm at 6:15 and 5:82, but so we did a 25-minute sprint and a 20-minute sprint. I'm really happy with this. So then my total word count is about 1,200, and I'm pretty much through the next episode. I just have one little piece of it to write, and then I'm going to move on to the next episode. It is 10 p.m. about. So she's going to try to finish her chapter. I want to finish this episode and move into the next one. And then I do want to spend some time just kind of thinking through what I'm going to work on tomorrow and setting my goals. But this is pretty good so far. And I haven't fully set my goals yet, but I can still put some stuff in the done pile here. So we've got 1,000 words in the done. So that's something better than nothing. So let's keep going. Okay, so we did 3 sprints. We did 3, kind of 3.5. We sort of started and stopped one. So I got just under 2,000 words. I did finish my episode. Did you finish your chapter?
No.
Not quite.
I started a new chapter.
And then we sat on the couch and basically just talked for a little while, but both of us are getting pretty tired. I only slept about 6 hours, less than 6 hours last night. So I think better to just be happy with the 2,000. I'm glad I finished the episode and just get a good night's sleep and write as much as I can tomorrow. So I'm going to go to bed. It's about 11 p.m. and I'm just going to let myself sleep in as much as I want in the morning because I don't have kids here. And we'll see how it goes. And hopefully tomorrow is going to be amazing. So I will see you then. Good morning. We are up, and we've been up. Megan's been up a lot longer than I have, but it's about 10:30. We've showered. We've had some morning chat time. And now we are going to head next door to the Fable bookshop and do some writing. So we sat down this morning and we created some goals. And one of the ways that I like to do this is to just think through the day. Since we're here, it's a writing retreat. We can set our own time. We can set all of our own rules. So we're thinking maybe 2 hours at Fable bookshop, come back, have lunch, maybe read a little bit, hang out. Then we're going to head to Magnolia as long as the weather holds up. It was so stormy last night, but it's actually like kind of a cool vibe. But there's a tin roof and we're on the penthouse of this building. So it was kind of stormy. So it was fun, but it was also like not the best sleep, but I feel like it went okay for me. But we were thinking maybe going over to Magnolia to the coffee shop over there after this, and then coming back and writing later tonight. So all in all, I think we're going to get about 8 full hours, like concentrated hours of writing, and then time to like think and marinate and talk and do all those kind of things and do some reading and walking and just enjoy the day. So that's my goal, is 16 sprints. So a sprint, we've been doing 20-minute sprints, 20 to 25-minute sprints with a little bit of a break. So that's the goal, 16 sprints. We're starting 30 minutes later than we thought. We still have to get next door. So we'll see how it goes. I am planning to stay up till about 1 a.m. to work on this, but I will, if I'm awake enough, I will stay up as long as it takes to get those 16 sprints in. And I think if the words are not flowing like super fast, then my goal is 10K. Megan also set a goal for 10K, but last night she was writing 1,000 words every 30 minutes. So if she stays on that trajectory, she's going to end up with more than 10K. And I would love to do the same. But I think part of the fun of a writing retreat is just not putting tons and tons of pressure on yourself to make it like, I have to hit this. Now, sometimes if you're on deadline, there's pressure, and that pressure can help you, can harness it. You can use that as motivation. But both of us are kind of, well, she sort of has a deadline. I'm sort of like, I just want to get this done as fast as I can, but I'm just going to focus on enjoying the fact that I get to immerse myself in my story today, which is going to be super fun. It's such a luxury. I feel so blessed, and I'm just going to focus on gratitude and fun, and the pressure, just, I'm going to let it flow off of me, and I'm just going to enjoy what I'm writing today. And Megan had a really good idea about the castles in my world, so that's got my wheels spinning a little bit. And yeah, it's a luxury to get to spend a whole day writing with friends. So I'm going to enjoy it, and let's get moving. All right, 45 degrees out. So we've got I've just got a sweatshirt, but we're just going next door. Should be pretty good. Can I get an enemies to lovers hot? Okay, so we are, it is, I don't know, 2:30, 3 o'clock almost, and we have been working through completely changing the setup of my story. Megan has been helping me brainstorm, and I feel like we've got a better idea of it. She's also has a new release coming, so she's got a cover reveal coming on Friday, so she's been working on hers. What's the name of the book?
Good Directions.
Good Directions. It is a romance.
Small town
rom-com. So she's been working on promo stuff for that. So I, at some point while we were at the bookstore, just had a realization that I don't like the entire setup of my book and it's not working. And sometimes, you know, it gets frustrating to feel like I've done all this work. I'm ready to start writing. I'm ready to own it, and then be like, it's not working. And sometimes we can feel pressured to just keep pushing forward because we've already written it. I don't want to waste it. I want to move faster. But sometimes you just really need to step back and say, why isn't this working? Why isn't it flowing? And trust your gut and your intuition and not worry so much about the time that it's taking. So it was frustrating. I was in a bad mood for a little bit because I was like, I know this isn't working and I want to make the most of this day. And I said I was going to give myself grace, but I'm feeling frustrated. But we kept talking about it, and now I feel like it's good. So Magnolia coffee shop or press is open until 6. So we're going to probably get over there around 3 and maybe stay for the full 3 hours. We'll kind of see how it goes. If we get hungry, we'll head home earlier, and then we'll keep writing into the night. So I'm going to go work on a brand new start. I'm going to start the whole book over. So let's go see how it works out. Okay, we have made it to Magnolia. We just parked right out in front. This is the bakery right in front. And then we got the silos over here, if you're familiar, of course, with Joanna and Chip Gaines and the Magnolia universe. But the coffee shop is all the way down there, but there's no parking nearby. So we're going to make our way and enjoy some good coffee. Okay, another sprint done. 939 words for me. How'd you do?
1,235.
1,200 words. Megan's killing it. So we're getting there. We're doing it. So I started, all of this today was done on my free write alpha, and now I'm going back to my laptop. So I'm kind of piecemealing different things like this together. So now I'm just going to come over here to my evening. It's 939 words. So later we'll combine all this. So this is my total 5759. So I just crossed over 6,000. So I mean, if they keep going this fast, I can still hit 10K total. So we'll see how it goes. We're going to keep working. All right. 1,000 words. So that was a little over 1,000. I'm at 1957 for the evening. So I had 939 last time. So just a little bit over 1,000 words. That is awesome. Sometimes when I know, like I can see what's happening, it starts to flow. So let's hope we're in that space and we're going to keep moving forward. How'd you do, Megan?
I don't know.
Megan got a lot of words also.
I'm mathing.
1,500.
Yeah.
Almost 1,500 words in 25 minutes.
Ooh.
Look at these. It's like 14, 8, 1,000. You only had one under 1,000 the whole time.
Excited to pee.
So Megan has changed back into her jammies. I'm still in my Magnolia shirt that we bought earlier, or I guess I bought it. But I did give myself a little reward from Daiso. So it's like if I hit 2,000 words, I'm going to get these little highlighters, and they're super cute, but the caps are really hard to pull off. But they were only $1.75 for the whole set, and they're so cute. So I really technically have just a little, like 30, 50 words to get my next prize. So we're going to get it in the next section. It has started to rain a little bit, but that's the vibes, right?
Yeah.
We're going to just enjoy the rainy vibes and the tin roof sound. So here we go again. Okay. Megan has her Snuggie, her reading glasses, and these are headphones. It's like a sleeping headphone headband. It's very cool. So she's ready to go. This is the truth of how she's kicking so much butt. All right, let's do it. So we have this, Megan has this kitchen timer. It's ridiculously loud. Its two modes are silent or ridiculously loud. So we're going to go with ridiculously loud. I don't know if to turn it on, but here we go.
Oh, it's the button that says start, the giant one.
Oh, it's the button that says start.
You need to show your timer that you bought that isn't in English.
Oh, I should. I bought a timer at Daiso, but it's in Japanese. We have to figure out how to use it. I'll pull that out next. All right, we're going to go right for 25 more minutes. Okay, another sprint done. Megan got another 1,400 words. I got 857, so we are flowing. And because I crossed 2K, I get to open this, like 2K for the evening. And, oh, I love this little guy. Okay, so this is Waffalina. I don't have this one. I have Donatella and I have Biscuitina, but I do not have.
These are so cute.
It's so cute. But I don't have Waffalina, but I hate how they put these giant tags on it. It's like you have to cut that off because that looks stupid, but super cute. I also opened my cutie little timer. It's got a magnet on the back.
It's loud.
And it's loud like Megan's. 10:30-ish, 10:27. And the rain seems to have stopped for a little bit. I have hit 97.17 for the whole retreat, but we're at 7,000 something for, well, close to 8,000 for today, which really is great. I think I could still potentially get the 2,000 that I wanted tonight, but we're going to take a little screen break, and I think I'm going to switch to index cards for a little bit. I did buy some books at Half Price Books. This was more of a shopping trip also. It's kind of dark in here, but there's this cool little bed under the stairs. It's like, Airbnbs have to fit as many beds into these places as they can. So I'll do a little mini haul. Let's do a mini haul. We're going to come by this cool fireplace and we're going to do a little mini haul. I got this tote. It's pink. It says, "Get in, loser. We're buying books. Fabled, Waco, Texas." I thought this was kind of funny. Then Megan pointed this out. It's like, Evie is currently obsessed with dragons. And this is a Brandon Sanderson Kazu Kibuishi collaboration, the most boring book ever. And it does have some dragon stuff in it, so hopefully she'll enjoy that. And then I finally picked up this book, Court of Thorns and Roses. I haven't even read Throne of Glass yet, but I do have that whole series in ebook, and maybe I'm just going to go on a Sarah J. Maas binge pretty soon because I do want to read this series. Then I picked up this book, Kingdom of the Wicked. This might be too dark for me. I don't know. We're going to give it a try. We'll see. I feel like my heart can't always take dark, but I think this is it says James Patterson Presents. How dark can it be, right? But it does have a skull and a snake on the front. So we shall see. And then The Serpent and the Wings of Night. This I've heard is really good, and I've almost picked it up multiple times. So now I have it, and we're going to give it a try. And so that's the book haul. And then inside this little bag, I have some little doodads. So we have book lover sticker. They had these really pretty flower pressed bookmarks. It's called Page Petal, and they were based on different characters. They did have a violet one, but I got the Xaden one because it's just pretty. I don't know. They had like a Hermione one and Daisy Buchanan, flower names, I guess, but I just thought this one was nice. So it was Xaden. Then I love collecting enamel pens, so I got this one that is little books in a cup. And then this one says Living My Best Life. So I thought that was cute. And then Megan made me buy this, which is
Megan made me buy it.
Megan pointed it out to me. It's like little love letter washi tape, which is so cute. It's like a little letter with a heart on it. Super cute washi tape. So that's my little book haul, and I always love going to bookstores. I just need to make more time in my life to read because I have such a backlog of books at this point, both paperbacks and ebooks that I need to be reading, that I want to be reading. But there's also like a million games I want to play and TV shows I want to watch. So Megan and I were kind of just discussing earlier how to fit more reading in. So Megan said, you read what? You read 2 chapters every morning?
Every morning before writing.
Every morning before she writes, she reads 2 chapters. And I think that's really, really cool. So I just need to make it more of a priority. So I will keep you guys updated on my reading journey. Let me know in the comments, how many books a year do you read? And do you wish you could read more? Or are you happy with your current reading? Let me know. It is getting close to midnight. I'm not sure what time it is, but we have been working all day long and my makeup is like, I need to just go take my makeup off. But I did get a little bit more brainstorming and a little bit more words in on the couch. So I hit 5,008 words in the new, like for the evening. So I'm at just shy of 11,000 words for the 2 days. So, I mean, if I can go upstairs and write 1,300 words, then I got 10,000 words today. So I'm going to try to keep working. Megan's going to bed. And, we got to get home a little bit earlier than I expected tomorrow because both my kids are sick. So here we go again with all the sickness. But we're going to go close things up for the night and we will talk to you tomorrow. Hey, so I was getting ready for bed and looking through the footage and realized that I didn't record what I was saying earlier. George messaged about 6 p.m. to say that Evie was in the car heading home from dinner and she started throwing up and she has a fever of 101.3. And then Andrew also has a fever of 100.6. And I think both kids have the flu. And I was saying, I can't believe it didn't record it, but I think I just didn't hit the record button properly, but I was flustered, to say that we have basically had sickness in our family since early November, one thing after another with just basically kind of a break over the last 2 weeks. But then, I lost my assistant last week. She's moving on to other opportunities and I adore Renee and I'm wishing her the best. But there are some things that are throwing my life for a loop this year. And I just wanted to say that sometimes it's just going to feel like life keeps knocking us down. And especially when we're creative people and we're working full-time jobs or you have other responsibilities like kids or parents that you're taking care of or pets or, anything that you've got going on in your life that feels like a responsibility, even a full-time job, it can be so difficult to find ways to keep refilling your own well and to keep standing up and showing up for your story. And I just cannot believe the kids are sick again. And I did ask George if he wanted me to come home early, but he said he's got it. So we'll go home in the morning. But, in the end, there's an element of surrender. Okay, this is the life right now. This is the season that we're in with young kids and it's going to be okay. It's the season of, it was 86 degrees on Saturday. And then by Saturday night, it was 45 and things are just going to happen and sicknesses are going to happen and the flu is going around in school and it can't control that. But I can control whether or not I beat myself up for the amount of work that I'm able to do. I can control my goals that I set. I can control my expectations of myself. I can control whether I'm kind to myself and understanding that I might not have as much creative energy as I want. And I can control whether or not I celebrate moving any forward momentum. And, sometimes it's going to feel like life knocks you down and knocks you down and knocks you down. And it can sometimes feel difficult to just keep picking yourself back up. But in the end, the world needs our stories now more than ever. And so no matter what you're going through, give yourself the grace you need, the time you need, and then get back to your story because the world needs it. And you need it. I need it for my soul. I need to keep telling these stories. And so I'm going to go back up to my room. I forgot my water bottle, but I'm going to go back up to my room. I'm going to write 1,300 more words. I'm going to get some sleep. I'm going to go back home and be a good mom to my babies. And I'm going to keep working on my story in the in-between times when I have the energy. And I'm going to keep picking myself up every time I fall down. And I'm going to keep telling my stories. And I hope you do too. All right, let's get some rest. Good morning. So we had a successful time. Megan wrote I don't know, 17,000 words. I don't know, something like that. I wrote 12,000 words. Actually, she might have gone over 20. I'd have to look. She already pulled her thing down. But I wrote 12,000 words while I was here, which is amazing for a day and a half. And I'm very, very pleased with that. I didn't sleep great. We had a lot of storms last night and just worried about the kids, checking in with Andrew and Evie. So probably heading home to the flu in a few days of mommy time. But hopefully one of the good things about writing retreats is because you get to immerse in the story and you get a really good idea of kind of where things are going, and you just get connected to the story. The key is that when you go home, you stay as connected to the story as you can. And so hopefully, despite the fact that I've got some sick kids, I'll be able to go in and keep writing 1,000 words a day, something like that. And then if I hit another pocket of time where I feel like I'm ready to binge write, I can, keep working. A lot of times the writing retreats are more successful for me towards the middle or end of a book rather than the beginning. But I have had sometimes when the beginning has been the best time to be on a retreat. Just this time I kept kind of rewriting. So we'll see once I get home how much of those 12,000 words I could actually use. But I'm grateful for the time. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. And I'm wishing you guys the best. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments about writing retreats and how you prep for them and everything else. And I will have a video soon talking about how I'm structuring and writing a serialized story to publish chapter by chapter that will then eventually become a book, which will become a series. So I have a plan in place and we'll see kind of how it goes. But thank you all so much for joining me here in Waco. Let me know if you enjoyed this video. Make sure that you're subscribed if you're not. We do a lot of writerly and planning content here, including both vlogs and plan with me's. So come join us in the Heart Breathings family, and I will see you guys in my next video.